complete.
Hi, this is Nathan Seven Scott, and you are watching YOU101. In this installment of YOU101, I'm going to be working with a young man by the name of Walter, who is going to be setting a few goals for himself, and he's going to tell us a little bit about his background and what he's up to. And by the end of this session, we will have established a few goals for Walter to work on over the next few weeks. And then we're going to come back after the few weeks are over and find out his progress. So without further ado, I'm going to introduce Walter.
Hey, I'm Walter. I'm originally from Brooklyn, New York, and let's see a little bit about my background. I've worked in the banking industry for about 10 years in the client services industry, and I also was in the military and the services industry. Devoted a big portion of my career to providing service to others, and I think right now I'm in a place right now where I want to provide on a grander scale than what I've been doing, as well as do a little personal development, which is the reason why I'm doing personal coaching with Nathan. That's pretty much me in a nutshell.
Thank you, Walter, once again for being here and allowing me to work on this process with you. So I'm just going to ask you a few questions, and you can just answer them as freely and candidly as you possibly can, and we'll continue. What 2 to 3 goals would you like to accomplish over, let's say, the next 4 or 5 weeks?
Well, the primary goal starts within my home, and that's to sort of clean house. The first thing is I have furniture, living room furniture, that has been in my home for about 15 years, and it has gone through a lot of wear and tear. And it's just time for it to go, not necessarily to replace it with something new, but just to clear out the space and kind of release that old furniture. I see this as a challenge for myself because I've been saying I'm going to do it for the past 3 or 4 years now, and I haven't lifted a finger to try to get it out of there.
Okay.
Another goal of mine is I want to clear out my closets. I heard somewhere that your closets is a representation of what's going on in your life, and I've got a lot of clothes in there and a lot of confusion in there.
Okay.
Which is kind of connected to my life in a lot of ways, and I think that it would be to my advantage to just get some organization and clear out clothes that I don't wear anymore.
Okay.
I think just being able to put new things in that space will work to my advantage. So.
Okay, so clearing out your apartment,
Mm-hmm.
and clearing out your closet.
Right.
Is there anything else?
Well, I've been working on a project for about the past year now. It's a book project. The book is titled Swordfight, and it'll be out say early next year. And with coming out with this book, I have to find a place within myself where I'm comfortable speaking about my lifestyle, about speaking about myself. And when I say myself, I mean more so on a promoting type of way, where I'm speaking highly of myself and feeling confident about that. Okay. I think I've been good with that with personal friends, but not so much with strangers. So this is also something that I want to work towards, and I'm going to do that by setting up a blog. I do enjoy writing, and I'm going to just blog on something that I'm a challenge that I'm taking on, which is another challenge within itself. I'm going to be celibate for the next 4 to 6 weeks.
Are you?
Yeah. And I'm gonna, yeah, that's huge for me because I like sex.
Okay.
I'm gonna do that for, like I said, the next 4 to 6 weeks.
Starting when?
Starting after my birthday, which is the 31st of July. Because I got
So we're gonna do from August 1st.
Well, actually, it's the 31st, but yeah, I'll start on August 1st.
August 1st to September 1st.
Right.
You're gonna be celibate.
I'm gonna be celibate, and I'm gonna blog about it. In addition to that, I'm not gonna drink either. And that's tough because that's August is a party month.
It sure is. So you're gonna stay home a lot. You're gonna just be in the house.
I'm gonna do something other than drinking and having sex.
Great.
And I want to do this not just for some superficial reason. It's really like a cleansing for me. I haven't been celibate in years.
Okay.
And I know that with that process, it gives you time to focus on other things, and same as far as drinking.
Okay.
So I'm gonna put those two together, and I'm gonna do a daily or maybe every other day blog on my progress with celibacy and leaving alcohol alone.
And tell me, what is your greatest fear right now? What are you most afraid of?
My greatest fear is you. The people that will see this and look at me, especially people who know me and like may have a comment, but I have to overcome that. You know, I'm at an age now where I can't worry about what other people are gonna think. I should have never been. Let me say this right. I should have never been in that place to begin with. But you know, it is one of those things that I feel I have to tackle. Okay. You know, because I do. You know, I think it's kind of hard to say. That's why I'm struggling right now with saying that. I kind of care what people say. So that's what my fear is, what people will say about me doing this and the things that I want to take on.
Okay.
So.
Okay. All right. So Walter and I are going to take a break here. We're going to do a little work and discover Walter's essence. Mm-hmm. And dig a little deeper and find out, you know, what's going on underneath. I describe it as peeling off the layers of an onion. So you sort of, you know, start peeling back different layers and you start discovering things about yourself that it's always been a part of you and it's always been there, but you may not have gone through the work to actually discovering why it's there and how can you move beyond it. Right. So that's the type of work we're going to do, and we're going to come back and talk a little bit about it. Okay, we're back, and Walter and I have just gone through about an hour's worth of work where we were looking at his fears, his feelings, his survival mechanism, and what we concluded with was coming up with Walter's essence. Walter had to make a few phone calls to speak to a few people in his life, and I think you made some pretty interesting discoveries, would you say?
Yeah, I definitely would say. And what I found out was that my two friends, one male, one female, knew less or knew how to respond to what my essence or what I bring into a room a lot less than my sister, which is obvious because she's known me all my life. And what was also interesting was that both my friends said similar things.
Okay.
So.
Okay. And one of the main things that I noticed from the descriptions that were given by the people that you called were confidence was at the top of their list.
It was.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. But when I speak to you, sometimes you don't give it to me. You don't give me confidence. I think you devalue yourself when it comes to the area of confidence. Why do you think that's so?
Why do I do that? I don't know. I mean, I don't really think about how I'm being when I talk to people. I just kind of be. So if I'm not coming across to you as being confident, it may be something that maybe is about you that's making me not be as confident as I normally would be.
Okay.
And I think that I talked to you about that before. When we had went out to the place to go have dinner that day. Yeah. And I can't remember the whole conversation, but it was something along the lines of that I see something in you, and I think I labeled it as being freedom. Like there's a certain freedom with you, and maybe because you're so free, maybe I'm not able to be as confident as I could be. Okay. So it's kind of like maybe I know that that's probably about I conform around what people, not necessarily sometimes what they want me to be or what I think they want me to be. Okay. So maybe that's probably why my confidence doesn't come across to you. I don't know. Okay. Kind of hard to explain. Okay. So lastly, how was that exercise for you? Because we went through about an hour's worth of work. How was that for you? It was a purge. I felt like I had my finger down my throat the whole time. Okay. Not that I know anything about that, but it was kind of it was uncomfortable. Right. But I felt a certain sense of safety because I've known you for a long time. Okay. And I trust you through this process. So it definitely, like I said, it was a purge, but I feel like some good stuff came out of it, some stuff that I needed to kind of see about myself, good, bad, indifferent. So. Okay. Well, I'm glad that you are ready to jump in and do this coaching process with me. I think we're going to get some really, really amazing results. Ain't nothing to it but to do it. We'll see you next time. You've been watching YOU101. I am Nathan Seven Scott. Thank you for tuning in.